Hello, welcome everyone.
Hello, welcome and welcome back.
Yes.
Sarah and Trevor are joining us today.
Yes.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Yes, I'm sure you remember them from the Satori and Cody POV.
POV, yeah.
Yes, sort of a POV. It was a few different things, right? It was really good.
And it was a hit.
It was a hit. It was
a hit.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun to film too, for us.
Good.
Yeah. And a sneak peek at what's to come with the POVs.
Yep.
Yep. I'm excited as they
I'm just excited I don't
bring
have
out more and the different stuff. And we don't have to do it.
Yes.
We had in the comments a lot of questions. Well, not a lot, but some people asking, what did Pam and Mari-Lyn think? And then a lot of people talking about just sort of the structure of the Cody and Satori and how they do stuff. And so we thought it might be interesting to get the four of us together and go over that.
Yep. And I was all in. Absolutely. Yes, I have so much to say. All of you know me and you know that I always have a lot to say. So we really want to talk about the possibilities. So we have, and
the impossibilities.
And the yes. Ooh, that's it better. Yes.
I don't like to use that word impossible, but it just fits. So
it does. It does. So the way, and I'll be honest, I have watched the video that these two did and read all the comments. That's pretty much it for me. I haven't looked into Satori and Cody. I don't really know other than those things. Like I haven't gone out and watched any other videos or anything. So
I'm sorry, guys. I haven't watched your video in totality.
Mari-Lyn, I'm offended.
Sorry. I've watched a good portion of it in different
Yeah.
But
I
know less than Pam about them, so
and after we filmed that video too, I know I have it. I don't think Sarah has, but we've not done any other research on them. I have not touched the topic since we filmed the video, so I still know nothing.
Just kind of done, right?
It didn't really spark my curiosity to learn more.
No.
I get that.
We all have a little different opinion on what's happening and what Satori and Cody are doing and not doing and so forth. So we just wanted to talk about the impossibilities and the possibilities. So I want to start with, I don't know what it would be. The impossibility. Yes, I think I'll start with the impossibility. So what we heard through the comments was that the reason that Sam was so teary was because Satori and Cody, man, it's so hard to, Sam and Colby and Satori's like,
right?
Spoke to his, was it grandmother?
Grandmother, I think.
Something like that. So I want to talk about that.
Oh, yes, please.
That is an absolute impossibility at the Conjuring house to do that. It's just not going to happen. And
Sarah and I certainly didn't sense their grandmother being there, like none of that.
No.
The vibrational differences in that setting.
Yeah.
Astronomical.
Yes. Yeah.
There's an impossibility, and that's why the word came.
So I do want to talk a little bit about a healed spirit. A healed spirit is someone who leaves this physical plane and crosses over to the higher realms, which we often call heaven, right? They're at a very high vibration. So as a medium speaking to them, we have to raise our vibration up and they have to lower theirs to meet. Okay?
And trust me when I say we have to get our vibration stinking high.
Yes, yes.
And
it
it's
takes a
not
lot of
easy.
work. It takes a lot of practice.
Mm-hmm.
And for the people that watch the video, Mari-Lyn, Sarah and I struggled bad to keep our vibration high when we were watching that. It was really, really tough.
And
I
you
did
weren't
see the part
trying,
where you talked about it.
and you weren't trying to get to the vibration of speaking to a. That's
No,
even
we were just
higher.
trying to keep it normal, you know.
Yeah.
and-
Right, your head above water, right? Because the Conjuring House is so low in vibration. It's
No
beyond
joke.
low. And there are no grids. Those of you who've watched us, we talk about grids all the time. There are none. It is such a low vibration. A healed spirit, like a grandmother, is not going to be able to get in. You will not hear from them.
Nor is she going to want to.
Correct. It would be
Not going to
painful
want to.
in a way. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't know how humans want to go there and stay
I-
there for periods of time. I would not be able to handle that.
right, the little amount, because we have done a Sam and Colby reaction at the
At
Conjuring,
the Conjuring
House,
House.
a
Yes.
couple years ago.
Yes.
And I mean, you like want to shower after, and we
Oh,
were
it's
in it. We were
disgusting.
just, yes,
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Especially the basement. Oh my goodness.
yeah, bad. So
Just gross.
I do not believe that it was grandma. Now, what I can say, if in fact the possibility that they were actually speaking to a spirit, I will get, okay, I'll give them that much. You are speaking to someone. Who would that be? It would be an entity living in that home, posing as grandmother, trying to get you to believe it, telling you what you want to hear.
Yep.
They know things, especially the older, the earthy, the lower vibrational of the entity. They
Mhm.
know stuff. I don't know if anyone watched, I think it was just last Friday. I think maybe not, maybe it hasn't come out yet. I can't remember when our videos come out. There is a point in one of our video, Mari-Lyn and I did a clearing, and there was an entity there who
I
was,
think this was just it just happened.
it just happened. Okay.
So it'll be the
Or-
Friday before this.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And he was posing as my father
Mhm.
in my father's voice. And I think he even did my mom too in her voice.
Mhm.
They know things. They're really good at mimicking. He knew stuff about my childhood. So all of that to say, if they were speaking to someone, which I can't say they were, but if they were, that would be, in my opinion, at the Conjuring House, that's who you're speaking to. You're not
Mhm.
actually speaking to grandma. Grandma's nowhere near there.
Mm-mm.
And I said that too in the video because I felt that there was a very strong entity there that knows what it's doing.
Yeah,
And I for sure picked up on that. I was like,
absolutely.
there's no earthies here. That is
And one
that
of the
entity.
funniest things, because I wasn't at the Conjuring House. This was at someone's home, and we set our space and all that. My dad, the spirit that was my dad in this lifetime, came and stood next to me as the entity was using his voice and telling me about me. It was just really, it was like, what is happening here? It was really something.
Mhm. And you know, the world of energy,
Mhm.
especially through the dimensions, does not follow a rule book. There's
Right.
no common sense to dictate what is and what isn't. It's
Right.
it's just so vast.
Ooh, we lost Sarah.
Lost Sarah.
She'll be back.
So vast. It's hard to make sense of it sometimes. Even when you're able to read the energies, it's hard to make sense of it sometimes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. And another thing. Hi, you're back.
our power is going off and on. So
Oh,
Are you having a storm?
yeah, there's one on the way. It's like about 95 degrees right now, and it's gonna drop
Oh,
precipitously, so it's gonna be, I apologize.
okay, that weird humidity thing, and then you,
Yes.
yeah, we don't get that much here on
Mhm.
the West Coast, but on occasion, when they're just so exciting. I think it's because we don't get them that
I
often.
love storms. Yeah, no, I love storms, but I apologize. Continue.
No problem. So, who would like to talk about the clicks, snaps, pops, whatever they?
Sarah, you're on.
Sarah.
It's absolute nonsense. It's just absolute nonsense. There's no way that's even possible. First of all, I'm going to steal some verbiage from Pam and Mari-Lyn here. The way it works for, communication to come through the dimensions to the dimension, to our 3D space, it takes time. And this girl, Satori, is going so quickly with her her alphabet. She's going A, B, C, D, E, F, G, maybe not that quick, but quickly.
Yeah.
And it's just not possible for, whoever it is they think they're communicating with across the dimensions to, knock on D, or knock on whatever letter it is that they're trying to get the thing to knock on. It's not possible. For example, if I'm, trying to communicate, and Santori's going A, B, C, D, E, and I'm like, oh, E, and knock, it's not going to be heard in our dimension until, a couple letters later at least. So
at best, a couple.
Yeah, at best.
A couple at best.
Right. Especially there at the Conjuring house.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. And really, so there's just no way that is happening, and it's not happening in multiple times in a row, and it's not happening to form a sentence, know. And they say they're speaking.
And then, sorry, but don't they fill in the verbiage?
Yeah, a couple of times. So like they got the word, I think live or something like that. And then they're just like, oh, live like there's no tomorrow or something like that. And
yeah, live life to the fullest or
live
something.
life, that's what it was. Thanks, Trevor. Yeah, it was live life to the fullest. And it's like, they didn't say that. The knocks didn't come. How do you know that's what they were going to say?
Even Sarah and I watching it, we were like, what's going on? We were like, how are they getting this so fast?
And
it was hard for us to comprehend.
Yeah.
They're saying they're talking to some young girl or something named Abigail, who presumably, were she to exist, would be an unhealed earthy, right? The earthies are in a vibration where, and in a space where it's very confusing, and they're not going to have the presence of mind to be able to spell out full sentences. No. That would be exceedingly rare. And
they don't have a mind. They don't have a brain.
Right. Right.
I mean, there is a consciousness
of whatever,
there, but
yes.
But it's very different. Yeah.
It's not a possibility. There's just no way. And so that leads to the conclusion, unfortunately, that they themselves are making these knocks. For me, at least, that's my conclusion.
Right. No, I agree. And to get those knocks to come through right at that time, that was one thing that really I was like, what? There is no way. None. And we have watched so many like ghost hunting videos and through our ghost POVs and so forth. And I don't know. I'm just I can't believe that Sam and Colby even believed it. Although they did come at them with grandma. So, and that obviously was very heartfelt for Sam. It's Sam, right? And,
I think so.
Yep, Sam.
And that's really, I have a lot to say about that. It's
grim, is what it is. It's grim to take advantage of someone's vulnerability and grief and say, oh, well, here's a soft spot. We can just touch on that, and they'll believe everything else we do, But I was just going to say previously that, just real quick, a metaphor I would use is like, you know, if you're communicating over vast distances, like if we're trying to communicate to someone on Jupiter, right? You've seen in the movies, you've seen, you know, The Martian or whatever. It takes like an amount of time for a communication to
Right.
get from Earth to there.
I love
And it's
that. Yes.
similar, you know,
Yeah.
it's just, it's similar through the dimensions. It's not going to be immediate. There's
Right.
just no way. It's physically not possible.
Right. You know what I just got a memory of? I don't know if you guys ever did this, but playing with cans and a long string.
Yes, I got the same
and the
image.
can and then listening.
Yes.
How long it took to get that information to go
Perfect.
through.
It's like a spiritual game of telephone.
Right.
Yes.
And we're in the same dimension doing that.
And you add in, and I know I keep harping on this, but you add in the Conjuring House, which is so like there's no bottom there when it comes to like how low the vibration is there. And there's no there are no grids.
The lack of grids,
just
the different energies, the different low vibrational energies, the chaotic energies, all of the different energies of living people.
Yeah.
Let alone the non-living and the non-human and the whatever.
Yes.
The sludge on the walls in the basement.
Right. It's just bad. and then when the address. Sorry.
Google Maps.
Yeah.
Address. Oh, okay. Here's a part I missed.
Okay.
Oh,
Now I'm gonna have to watch this silly video, you guys.
yes.
They were talking, Cody and Satori were recounting a story to Sam and Colby about a time that they had encountered a ghost coming like in a basement.
Okay.
And they said that the ghost followed them up the basement stairs and then said, "Oh, this is not my house. Where's my house?" And it proceeded somehow that, what are the names? Cody and Satori give the address of the home where they are. And the ghost is like, "Oh, that's my same address, but a different street number." Or it may have been vice versa, but somehow they communicated to the spirit that they were not at the correct address. And they say that the spirit was like, "Oh, okay, well then gotta go." And like scooted out the door and presumably got an Uber to its regular address. You know? It's preposterous.
Boy. Okay.
Those
okay.
addresses, that sort of that is such that's a human 3D thing. It's just not going to happen.
It takes intelligence to recognize an address.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
There's
you know what's coming now? Sorry, Mari-Lyn, but
no, you're good.
That might have been a shattered piece or like a soul piece of something.
Could have been. Sure. Still not going to know, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yes. Now, here is something that actually happens when someone decides. We do a lot of clearings. All four of us do. When the homeowner decides to contact us, the spirits the ghosts in their home can find us. Okay. Usually it happens after they've made contact. So they have sent an email to us.
Usually.
And what that does is it's like breadcrumbs to energetic breadcrumbs. So those ghosts almost always come to visit us. They know that they want to know who the hell we are. Who the hell is this homeowner to call these people to try to get rid of me? So they will find that's all energetic. That's all energetic. So is that possible? Yes. But the whole address thing, we apply too much of the humanness to these ghosts that
what I will add is in that interaction that they were describing, they were basically saying that they were having a conversation with this spirit.
right.
Which is not, and it's just not the way it works. You don't have a 3D, full words and sentences conversation with, particularly an earthy, an unhealed spirit. It's just not, it's not the way it works.
Nope, it's not. There is communication, and it is too much to go into here, but that's why we have to learn, by the way. Everyone here has had a teacher, if not more than one. We learn how to communicate. There is a spirit communication, and the way you communicate is so very different than speaking to another human.
Mhm.
It's so very different.
So different. Mhm.
So, and you're not going to get the same type of information. A lot of it, they don't like, they could care less about an address. Like, what? Like, I'm sure they would just like look at you like you were insane. Like, what is that?
Like,
It's
what
too
are you talking
specific.
about? What?
Yes. Yeah, it's just bizarre land.
Mhm.
And so, okay. So how about the way they talk about, or they get together and they grab each other's hands or wrists or something, right? Which is, there are many chakras which within this
Oh
area.
boy. Mhm.
Yeah, and it could admit people, the four of us here are pretty balanced in the way we emit energy
Mhm.
as opposed to taking it in.
Mhm.
But there are different ways to do that. And there are people who, boy, do they emit energy.
Oh boy.
You can feel it.
Mhm.
And if both of them do that and they put their hands together on those chakras, could it be more? Absolutely. I mean, that I will give them. Yes, it could be more. However,
Sure.
if they haven't learned, again, to raise that vibration, that is not the same as raising the vibration. So you could emit
No.
energy,
Big does not equal
correct, high.
frequency. Would
Frequent,
that
yeah,
be?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
right? So that's
Yeah.
certainly possible. I know I've talked about my mentor, Rod, one of my mentors, and his energy is so big, like you can feel him, like he's a couple blocks away, and it's like, oh, whoo, Rod's on his way here. It's huge.
It's huge and it's
And
high. It's
he
high
keeps it.
vibrational energy. It is so welcoming and inviting for
And controlled.
controlled, and for as big as it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's a big guy, so he's
Yes.
gonna have, but
Yes.
oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Now,
the amount of time it must take for someone to be able to learn how to, again, back to the teaching part of it and the learning, you have to be able
yes.
to learn and develop that skill,
Yes.
you know, and I don't believe Cody and Satori have done that. They're so
No.
young. I don't know how
Yes.
old they are, but they're so young.
Yeah, it takes a long time. Yeah. And then we all know, and I'm not going to say her name because I forgot to ask her if it was okay if I brought this up because I thought about it. I have a student who is also a practitioner with us. And she, before she met Mari-Lyn and I, before she came to TCS, she didn't know how to control her energy, and she emits energy. And she could make things move without meaning to, like she could walk through a room, and if she were in a certain mood, a
Light
light
bulb?
bulb, yeah, would just shatter. Things would move, things will fall off the shit, things are, and because it was so uncontrolled, that doesn't happen much at all anymore
Mhm.
because she has learned through practice, through the teachings, how to control that and not allow that to happen anymore.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to throw all that
It's
in.
a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyone else have anything that they want to, I kind of wrote a few things down for myself to remember, but anything else to bring up about them?
What I just wanted to add one more thing about that, the energy and the combined energy. In order to really raise the vibration, there is a spiritual element that has to be in place.
Good. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's not just a matter of, oh, let's sit here and think happy thoughts.
Right. No.
It's not that simple. It really is a learned thing, and it's learned partly through the energy of spirit.
Yes. And if any, which I know the four of us know this, but anyone watching, if you've ever been in some sort of group, sister circle, some sort of, like if you've gone to, say, a Reiki share or
Or a drum
a
circle.
drum circle, something, and the energy just, because that's what, when the more people that get together, and thinking positive thoughts and so forth, you can really, but then, in bars, it could be the same way, that huge energy, but it's like really low.
Right. It goes just the opposite.
Do we want to broach the subject of whether we think Cody and Satori are gifted in any way? I'll just be vague, and I will say one of them is definitely not. And I think the other might be slightly, and just unpracticed and untaught. But I do think one of the two isn't hearing anything that they're claiming to hear, and I think they know that.
Okay, so one of them definitely knows that they're kind of fraudulent, or
I'm, in my opinion, yeah.
I will agree with that opinion. I would, yes, I do.
And, yeah, it's probably
I
best
agree.
not to name names, but
And the other one is just sort of going along because it's,
I think the other one wants to believe
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
There is nothing that tells me you're wrong.
Good way to put that. Yes. Yes.
How much more vague could you get than that?
I will also say concerning Sam and Colby, I think, well, I think some of the background stuff in their videos is probably set up. I don't think they just ran into these people at that conjuring house. I also think that they are not, like, they might genuinely believe something's happening there. I don't want to like denigrate them as a duo. I think that speaking about like fraudulence, I don't think Sam and Colby are on the same spectrum as the other two.
I would agree. Yeah, absolutely. And that's
that verbiage. Yeah.
Just put it out there, just to make sure people understand, like, we're not denigrating Sam and Colby. I think that they probably do believe that something was happening there, but
yes.
Unfortunately,
whether they still do, I don't know.
Right. And I don't know how long ago this video was even filmed there, but who knows? But when you're in the moment like that, and someone has information about your family and is able to
it's emotional.
You're probably gonna believe. Yeah,
absolutely.
So.
Yes. I do want to say to Satori and Cody that I would, if you want to put some things to rest, and talk to us, we are not, contact us. Seriously, if you want to put some of this stuff to rest, we can actually help you with the energetic. We can actually sit with you and tell you what's going on. I certainly can. That's my job. That's what I do as a teacher. I've been doing this for a very long time. I can help you with that. I can help you sort of keep that in a container. I can teach you how to actually really communicate with spirits, if that's what you want. Now, I do understand that you'd probably, if someone were to say that about me, oh, come and I'll help, I would probably go, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. Like some of these scientific
Sure.
groups,
right, the challenges,
yes, that's a bunch of crap. I would never, and I would expect them to say no to that,
right,
too. Because here's the thing: if you don't believe, there's nothing I can say to get you to believe. Jesus could appear right next to you, and you would find a way to debunk that, make it not real. So it's not worth the time to go to someone who doesn't believe. I do believe. I am a believer in this field, in the metaphysical, in the paranormal, in the spiritual. So anyway, just wanted to toss that out there. So if any of you know them or know how to get a hold of them, that's certainly something. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if they do have gifting, one or two, whichever, that's what I do. That's what we do here at TCS is we help you with that. We help you build that correctly and ethically. So,
Yeah.
all right. That was fun. Is there anything else, do you think, that we?
What
No,
else?
Not that I can think of.
No, I think we've addressed everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So please like, share, subscribe, leave some comments. Be kind in the comments. There were some people in the comment that were going back and forth with each other, and it just wasn't very kind. Everyone has a right to their opinions. So just allow them their opinion. And, if somebody in the comments says something you don't like, just leave it.
Move on.
Yes, just move on.
It's not worth your time to
Oh,
argue with YouTube comments. Come on now.
Right. It isn't.
True.
And we like to keep our comment section of a higher vibration of real conversations, not name calling and whatever, real conversations that are pleasant and kind. So please remember.
It's okay to be thought-provoking.
Sure.
It's okay to ask hard questions. But it's not okay to be not nice.
No, it's not. And every once in a while we do a Q&A and we answer people's real thoughtful questions on that. So yes. And then you guys, another Ghost POV will be coming out in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Which is really
Yes,
exciting.
Yeah. So a week after this,
Yes.
there will be another POV after this airs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Get ready, everybody. It was a fun one again.
And we just really want to, I know Mari-Lyn feels the same way. We really want to thank Sarah and Trevor for stepping up and wanting to do this. It's
Absolutely.
As teachers, as their teacher, we're always still, we're always still learning all the time. I learn from them, they learn from me. It's just part of the way we do things here at TCS. And if I ever stop learning, I'm in trouble.
I want to say that is the best type of student-teacher relationship, is when there's learning both directions.
Agreed. Agreed. And I learn all the time. So I just want to thank you guys. It's such an honor to have you come up through all the classes and all the practices you guys. You guys have put in so much time to do this. And we're really honored to have you at TCS and to have you on our channel. It's just, oh gosh.
She's going to cry, people.
It's been wonderful. Thank you. Yes. And it's definitely an honor on our end as well. I also wanted to say thank you to the TCS community,
yes.
to everyone who commented.
Nice.
People have been so kind.
So kind.
We didn't know what to expect. We thought people were going to be demanding, banging on their tables, demanding Mari-Lyn come back. But people were really, really nice, and it was great. So thank you. This is a great community. The best out there. I think. Definitely. Yeah. Everyone is just
absolutely.
Yeah. And if you need paranormal help, please
reach out. Yep. You find us on the website at tcseverydaypsychics.com.
Yep.
Fill out the contact us form, and
yes,
let's get you some help.
Yes. And that service is always free. That's part of what we do here. We don't charge for that service. Now, personal services, we do.
We do
charge for that. That's how we keep going. But those clearings, no, we don't charge for them. And the four of us do them not together. The four of us do them all the time. Sometimes it's a different combination, actually.
Yeah. Sometimes it is.
But yes. All right.
Yeah. Well, thank you two for joining us on this.
You.
This was really good to have all four of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. See you all next time.
Till next time. Bye.
Right. Bye.
Bye.